Hey, how's it going everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Today is super special because the good folks over at JHS Pedals sent something over to me to check out and demo for you. This is their brand new DIY pedal kit, the NOTADÜMBLÜ. So if you're unfamiliar with the JHS DIY kits, they're pretty cool. You get everything that you need to build your own fully functioning DIY pedal. So admittedly, this is my first ever DIY pedal, so today I'm going to see how easy it really is to put one of these together. Now, just for full transparency, JHS did send me this pedal. There was no money exchanged. They didn't give me a script of what to say and what not to say. This pedal retails for $119. However, I did not pay for this pedal. That being said, everything I go over and say in this video are my true and honest opinions and thoughts on the product. But I just want to give a huge thank you to JHS for sending this pedal over to me to check out for you guys. So now that that's all out of the way, let's go over what you get inside of the box. So when you first open up the box, you will see an instruction manual. It's cool, it reminds me of IKEA, and I just flipped through it, and honestly, it seems like this is going to be a really easy build, even though I've never done this before. Now the manual claims right here in the front that you will not need a soldering iron or any kind of power tools. It does say that I'm going to need some screwdrivers and pliers, which I don't have, so I guess I'll have to go get those in just a second. In the box, you also get this piece of paper that goes over the different controls of the pedal. And then of course, in the box, you get every component that you would need to put this pedal together on your own. So I'm going to take the time to put the pedal together right now, and then I'm going to tell you how easy it was, any complications I ran into, and then at the end of the video, I'm going to actually walk you through the tones of the pedal and let you hear it. Okay, so I just pulled out the enclosure, or whatever you call it, and this thing seems pretty solid. As far as I understand, the idea is that you can customize it, do whatever you want to do to make it individual to you, but I like the white and black. That is right up my alley. And then of course you get this smaller bag with the ribbon cable and all of the washers and everything else you would need to put it together. And then you get the sticker, which I assume you put on the bottom of the pedal at the end. This is cool. They give you the little goop. If you know anything about the Klon pedals, this is a little bit of lore for you, so you can goop your own pedal if you want to. You get this little bag with the knobs in it. These look cool. And then finally, in this plastic wrap, it looks like it's the board that actually makes the pedal function. I don't know what I was expecting, but it was not that smell. So I think the sketchiest part of all of this is the very first step, and it has you actually snap the board in half. So it looks like you just grasp the sucker in your hands and snap it right down the middle. Let's try it. Nice. Clean break. Heart is pounding. So what's the purpose of this pedal? What exactly is the Dumble sound? And why exactly do these amps have such a cult following? Well, really, it's all because of Alexander Dumble. He's well known for building ultra-exclusive custom-made amps that were voiced specifically for each player. No two of his amps were exactly alike, but the common thread between all of them is that they had a rich overdrive that was incredibly touch-sensitive. I just noticed this small note on the board that says, "Thanks to Mr. Mayer for kindly letting me study so many wonderful devices I've never seen." So with the Dumble amp, you get this smooth singing lead tone that kind of sounds like it's blooming as you play. It compresses in just the right way, almost like it's breathing with your guitar. The mids are really pronounced but never harsh, and the amp responds so dynamically to your picking that it almost feels alive. So this is not sponsored at all, but I definitely recommend everybody gets one of these Music Nomad equipment care little things, because it comes with everything that you need to work on your guitar. So in this case, I'm going to use the little screwdriver to put these knobs on this pedal. Players like Stevie Ray Vaughan and John Mayer, just to name a few, use Dumble amps to help shape their signature tones. They're boutique, mythical, and extremely expensive, some going for 6 figures today. That's why recreating even a taste of the tone in a DIY pedal like the NOTADÜMBLÜ is such a big deal. So overall, I would say that the pedal was easy to put together and it didn't take very long at all. On the front of the pedal, you get this channel switch to go between the drive and the clean boost setting of the pedal. And then of course you get separate EQ knobs depending on if you're on your clean boost or if you're on the overdrive section of the pedal. Now, it's worth pointing out that there's no power supply. It didn't come with one, and yes, it says it on the front of the box, but it's worth pointing out that it did not come with a power supply, and there's no way to put a battery into this pedal. I'm assuming you already have a 9-volt power supply if you play guitar, and I'm sure that's what they're assuming as well. So since I've been a Helix player for years, I didn't have a power supply, so I went out and bought this one spot specifically to do this video. So here's the moment of truth. I'm going to plug it into the power for the first time and make sure that A, I didn't mess it up, and B, that everything works properly. We got a light. So here's a red LED indicating that we are on overdrive, and also the switch is to the top, which is the overdrive position. If I push the switch down, now we're on the clean boost, and now we have this green LED. It works, so let's plug it up and see what it sounds like. So this is my clean signal, no pedal. Now, the first thing I'm going to do is turn on the clean boost channel. So that would be down position on the little switch. Okay, so this is with it. I'm just going to strum a G chord. Now if I turn it back off, now of course you can mess with it and set it to your taste. Right now I don't like the dB boost it does. I understand it's a clean boost, but it's a little too drastic. So what you could do is just mess with your knobs, dial it in for your purposes. So without it. With. Cool, but what I'm most excited about is the drive setting, so I'm going to try that out now. Again, I'm going to set everything to noon, 12 o'clock, or actually on this pedal it's numbered, so I'm just going to set everything to 5. Let's try it out. Right away I can tell that I really like how it breaks up. I think it sounds natural. So overall, I would say that I love the pedal. It was pretty easy to put together, and I like the way it sounds. I'm going to need some more time with it to have a true judgment about how much it sounds like a Dumble to me, but so far I like it a whole lot, and I think it's worth spending the $119 on, even if it's just for the cool project of it all. But that's all I have to say about this pedal, so I'm going to end this video with some tones and let you hear it, play around with the drive and clean settings. I'm really excited to spend some more time with it, and if you want to see an updated follow-up video, please let me know down in the comments below. Thank you so much for sticking around and watching today's video, and again, thank you so much to JHS for sending this over to me to check out. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next one.